Hi everyone, it's good evening. It's just Damian here. I just wanted to make a couple of update videos and a couple of follow-up updates. Things are moving forward and that kind of thing. I have a doctor's appointment in a couple of days. I'm waiting to hear back from the communication therapist. Another good thing is that I've had an email this morning, or about, yeah, this morning before I went out, or was it this afternoon? I can't remember, but I've had an email today, at some point this today, basically from the gender identity clinic. I know that it's going to take a while to get onto that. However, because I now on the waiting list to start with them, I can now actively look for peer support with some other organisations to help with with some of my needs and some of my difficulties until I start working with them. You never know that if I do some of the group work or some of the one-to-one or whatever with the peer mentoring service that these specialise with, I might not need the full further support after that. But it's about slowing it down, waiting to see what progresses. At least I've got a start of some support set up, possibly. I have emailed the peer support link. I haven't received anything back from them yet. And yes, I am starting to enjoy it again, just slow myself down, and I am starting to slow myself down and starting to get a plan up here what I want to do. I'm a little bit annoyed though because the doctors think I'd overdosed again over Christmas, and I haven't overdosed intentionally or non-intentionally. I did take some extra tablets on Christmas Eve to help on Christmas Eve, but they were prescribed by the doctor. It was like I'd had some anxiety over things and that kind of thing. I'd rang 111 the day before Christmas Eve because I was getting a bit of chest pain and abdominal pain, but I rang and spoke to the doctor. No, the doctor had rang me from the 111 referral the night before on Christmas Eve, and she said she'll prescribe some extra tablets just to help me sleep, just as a temporary precaution. So I did take some extra tablets on Christmas Eve, which were prescribed by the doctor. I didn't like the experience. As a sedative, they worked as a stimulant at first, and then the next day I was still feeling a bit tired, and for a couple of days I was still feeling tired and struggling to get it out of my system. I did on Christmas Eve take before bed a propanolol tablet and uh, another tablet for my stomach. I don't normally like to take the extra tablets. These tablets are on PRN and when I need them. I haven't overdosed with these either. I am one of these people that don't like to take medication until I really have to. And normally my anxiety is really bad over Christmas and that anyway, so I just wanted a decent night's sleep on Christmas Eve to help. I I haven't overdosed or anything. I'm taking the tablets when I need and that kind of thing. I did let the doctors know that I had some issues with the tablets and that kind of thing, and they've messaged me back today and said that basically I need to be taking my medication as prescribed in future. And I'm like, I honestly have been taking my medication as prescribed. I have redone another reconsult and used my software to explain this a bit further and that, because I I'm trying to be honest with the doctor, but I don't want it to come across I've overdosed and it looks like I've had a mental health episode again, and it affecting my applications for certain things. But yeah, I'm just trying to slow myself down, and generally I honestly haven't overdosed. I do sometimes overdose on food if I've eaten too much, but I usually put because I'm a greedy pig, lol, or because I'm a greedy pig or something. But if you read that, you'll know what I mean, because I do sometimes eat eyes are bigger than my belly. So I haven't overdosed since summer 2023. Haven't self harmed either. I do bite my nails to the point where they bleed, and I do have stomach problems with anxiety and that kind of thing. So you could say I might be self harming for biting my nails too much or for getting stressed with certain things. But genuinely, I have not overdosed. Hand on my heart, I haven't overdosed, and I haven't overdosed, and I'm just trying to look more forward for the positive, and rather than the negative. Phone me on. Someone did phone the police on Christmas Eve, and I got a this, and I was planning on ending it all. I don't know what they meant by that, because I was planning on ending all my mental health support the way that people wanted it sorting for various reasons. But yeah, I haven't overdosed. I am trying to cut down on food though, because I do sometimes overdose on food. But generally, I haven't overdosed on medication or anything like that. I am trying to get my life back on track, and there is a few things that are peeving me off, but it's just about slowing myself down, and it's about slowing myself down and trying to get a couple of ideas in that in line in motion. I did make a video the other night to say have I done the right thing with certain things, but yeah, I had an email through today from the Gender Identity Service, and they said that they can give me some extra support, peer mentors or peer support or whatever. They could give me some extra peer support for for certain things when being on the waiting list now. So they can do one-to-one work or group work, but I'd be interested in doing a bit of both, really. I know that some of the groups in that are at Newcastle, so I might have to start to get used to it and that to do it over Teams or whatever, or Zoom or Skype. But I do my communication therapist work with Emily or whatever over Teams or Zoom or Skype anyway, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I have done it over that way before. I would prefer face to face, but if it's to get my foot in the door, and to start getting things in motions, plans in motions, I am going to try it. I have asked if that service can support me on my other struggles as well. So have been looking at. I have sent that email off, but I haven't had a reply from that yet. But I do have possible plans in motion that I'm looking into now. and I did get an email last week to say that I was looking into to say that about another organisation that I'm looking into as well, but they said that this is community peers or something. It's a different peer support service. It's through someone else. But the issue is there, they said I could self refer, but then when you look, it's for professionals and that kind of thing. But I think it's something to do with the police because when you when you ring up, it puts you through to victim support and that, and I'm like, I don't know why, but yeah, just trying to get things sorry back on track. But yeah, I'm trying to get things back on track. I've like to message on dating sites and that kind of thing, but yeah, another plenty of fish. You can only message one person every 24 hours, but I don't know why it's putting a hold on until tomorrow when the last person that I messaged was yesterday. But yeah, it's like I'm using the AI software now to help with some communication needs. This software that I've got, and I am finding it helpful. It's my new best toy, and I don't think I'm going to get sick of it. But yeah, it's about getting the communication right, which is what I'm trying to do. I started off using the text reader, and then I'm using this, and then I'm looking at bringing the communication therapist back. So I do have plans in motion, and it's about getting out there again, being excited, and it's about enjoying it again, enjoying myself and again. But it's like a couple of days last week. A couple of days last week were like haven't made the right decision. I had some doubts in my mind, but then it's like I'd got a message today about some extra stuff that I could possibly do now that I'm on certain waiting lists or whatever. But it's about bringing all that together, getting it connected just right, so that I can get the support that I want and get it tailored for me. However, however, I know that I can't do that with the community mental health team anymore because I am still traumatized and that about what happened with the community mental health team in my local area when I was getting told about appointments or getting told that there's going to be a new plan in place. I'd had 3 days where I was waking up, heart racing, panicking, gasping for breath, dreaming about how can dreaming about how can I please the support team in my local area, and how can I not make the same mistakes and that again, and worried about the local area support. However, I'm not open to that support anymore, but I was getting really bad flashbacks, bad, bad trauma, 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 traumatization from it. And it's like, I don't want to be going down that route again. I need to try to find support in other areas. And it's like, I, some people, I do get worried and that about it. And people won't even let me speak over the phone that about it. And they're like, it's happened in the past. This is what's happened in the past. You don't need to talk about that now or whatever. And it's like, we're not talking about it, but then it still builds up because we're not talking about it. But then there's times as well where you try to meet up, where you're told that you need to meet up with the mental health team or whatever, and you can only speak to them about it in person. But then it's like, when you've tried, because you've not been able to express it over the phone like you've tried to, then because you're waiting an extra few days or whatever, it's building up to the point where I'm getting too nervous from that for the meetings and that. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to work in mental health, or getting support direct for the mental health, because what happens is, as I say, plans don't get followed, and we get told that the guidelines are recommendations only. There's been times where I've woke up from a dream and it's like you're in the crisis team. They're like telling paramedics, or doctors are telling paramedics, you need to contact the police on him because a dream shows that the thought process is there, or because he's had a dream, you need to refer this to the police. And then it's like I end up getting arrested because of the fact that I've asked for help, getting told from solicitors and that kind of thing that because I asked for help about mental health because it upsets people, then I'm actively breaking the law. So it's like I don't want to go down that route anymore or whatever. So I don't want to go down that route anymore. So yeah, it's like it's like contradictory because a lot of people are telling people are promoting mental health awareness and that. And when I try to talk about my mental health or get support for my mental health, it's like you're actively breaking the law because it upsets people and that, and I just don't want to go down that route again. But yeah, it's just an update tonight to say that I've overdosed. I've not overdosed. I haven't overdosed. I got my words mixed up there. Generally, I haven't overdosed. And I've got some new plans moving forward, possibly. So, yeah, it's a quick update. Thank you and goodbye.